Greetings once again, and we are watching some more ReZero. And hopefully we'll be seeing a bit more of a turnaround, seeing some of the archbishops get a bit of a comeuppance. Past episodes have been quite amusing, and there's still several out there which need a bit of a slap. So, is it gluttony? Greed? Maybe lust, which will be center focus today. Either way, I will be happy, and maybe learn a little bit more about this town, what's going on, and of course just the advancement of our boy Subaru. Any little bit that helps him throughout his journey. I guess the biggest question though is, at the end of all of this, are we going to come out of it with more than when we went in? Or are concessions going to have to be made? To find out, we're going to have to watch. So I do hope you enjoy. If I entertain you today, consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, get ready, because we need to begin. I am very much looking forward to this episode. I think I said in the opening, but looks like we will be getting into Greed and his wives. So once again, Emilia taking strides. Well, yeah, they haven't moved, let alone gone anywhere. Yeah, it's going to take a lot more than that to break through their conditioning. Well, yeah. But they have seen what happens if they stand up. And they have lost pretty much everything. Why has that one got her eyes open when everyone else hasn't? Do they even remember their name at this point? Giving them back a bit of their humanity. Getting themselves to remember that there's something to live for. She's always been different. I think because Emilia has been ostracized so much that she can put herself in other people's shoes quite well, whether they fit or not. She will breach the gap between them, but it would be near impossible to raise their dreams and hopes again. They don't have a songstress to help out. I mean, small little deeds. We've seen her try to help Emilia when they first kind of interacted. They can't do it alone. I think getting them to not only, start to believe, but also take matters into their own hands, try to reclaim something for themselves. Quite powerful little message. Or do they need a wife meeting? I don't think it's ever been in question before. She had the strength to stand up. And that was a Spartacus moment, is it? I'm Spartacus. Now they are a child in an adult's body. I'm going to ignore the thing about the dragon. It's the first time they managed to voice opinions. Not the worst name. One that I think I've heard before. Not in this show, but still. And just like that, the tides have turned. And do we have that dire moment, but how do they lower the drawbridge of this kingdom? I mean, without their knowing and say so, probably. Her trust in him is not misplaced, but also I mean, they've come this far. What? There's a parasite. Aha. I mean, it's going to be a delicate operation. Has anyone got steady hands? But Subaru doing what Subaru does best. Dodge and roll. Squirm around like a rat. Well, he definitely has now. Thank you for confirming it. So... Huh. Right. Well, that's... That's going to be a difficult little task. That's definitely one way to stop his dominion. But then it would just pass to another, wouldn't it? Or they all have a fragment anyway. It's one of those kind of deals. I mean, like there is what has been said before. She's given them a chance to do something. Yeah. And it's finally something that they can decide. But what if... Good thing there's so much, or maybe not so good thing that there's so much debris lying around. Will that knowledge... See, that one still has her eyes open. Stopped in a moment. This isn't the only path. Flash freeze? I mean, even if it doesn't work, she gave them something to hope for. Ah, those high school drama class acting lessons. Villain monologues. You never get away from them. A spoiled brat. That's cool, though. I don't think he has to think about it for too long. Did he get some feedback from it? No second chance, no remission. So divorce is a statute in this world. So they agreed to whatever needed to be done. There's still one, at least, right? Even with all of the sacrifice of the wives, not nary a scratch upon him. Miscount. There was someone who didn't agree and hid behind the pews. Ah, this goes against what he was saying then. 53. And she memorized their names as well. Really putting in the effort. I mean, it's simple maths. 53, but how many active wives did he have? I mean, yeah, really just narrowing down the choices in the area. If only there was something that they possessed that would be able to pass through solid objects. Even if he deemed her inadequate to be a wife, still using her. He's going to have to start collecting all over again. What is the range of his authority? What is the Well then, I think I might just call your bluff. All of them. The first instinct, just game end. You may not want to remind him of the best boy. Juice. I think he may have just come with a solution. One way to find out. Is he going to be his usual self, put on a big smile, everything will be okay? Yeah, I do like ice magic and the way it shatters. Intense. I couldn't remember what it was called. Well, Subaru's finally getting a feel, but just how deep does he have to go to find that heart? Ah! Didn't expect that. Visceral? Does he know what just happened there? Does he feel his own heartbeat for once? But yeah, having remnants of Pitogais exist thanks to Subaru taking on the authority. I mean, yeah, he didn't really see anything happen, so... I heard the little drip drops. Ha! Again! Sudden icicle, sudden foot to the face. His accuracy is a bit off. I like the delay there. Subaru. Wait, what? He, oh yeah, he's one to give monologues, not listen to them. Since he was looking down on everyone. Are you going to have more justice handed out? 2, 3... Just how good at maths is she? Gonna take, couple extra just in case? $53. What was that just now? We saw that kind of heartbeat back when Sue was trying to explain his gift. But also, how fitting is it for him to be beaten by a woman? If only the wives could have had more of a hand in it. I mean, how long can you stop our heart? Stop your heart without taking damage, or what? It's unfair. 2 against 1. But yeah, how long can someone stop their heart and not have any lingering issues? Was it like a minute or so until there's some brain damage? Is Subaru getting a little cocky himself now that they've got him into a corner? Surface level. What's... I don't remember having any torches or anything. Okay. But the thing is, does Regulus have anything to really left in the tank? He's back. I wondered why we had that fire in Subaru's eyes. Now it makes sense. Took him a while, but you know. What an entrance. Some trouble. Oh, it gave him a foothold to... He did a Saitama. Reinhardt really is unfair as a character. And he's blasting off again. I do love these camera angles when we see them. They're tumbling through the sky. What a face. And much like what we heard in the church, like a child throwing a tantrum. He is a child in the body of an adult. Here just... Was there anything genuine about the first... maybe not. About the first wife? So that... Okay, so because he wasn't good enough to make her smile, no one should. Eating away at his mental state. Now that they've been released of his hold and seeing his comeuppance. I think this is more damaging to him than any kind of beatdown Subaru or Reinhardt could have done to him. What I say about child. Where's this almighty king that we had? Are we gonna... No, he still didn't unsheath his sword. Is there gonna be a pillar for him to nicely land on? Shame. Underground cavern or anything is going to... What was that sound? Ooh. He's been compressed. Crunchy. Now, memories come flooding back. Underground torrent? Or just drowning in a hole? Wow, that water filled up quickly. Let's count a bit longer. So just like he remembered, there's something in... Maybe it's good that she can't remember. You know, it goes better without revealing anything. Oh, the strain in the voice while the speed up of the heartbeat. Cool. We just watched a man drown, didn't we? Couldn't happen to a more deserving guy. So much overlap has happened without knowing the bigger picture. The fact that you had both guys, you got Cornelius, you had Emilio, all, and I guess Raph by some extent, all circle each other. It goes back a while, doesn't it? So, head back to the church and start defrosting? Since Emilio took away their own pro-action over their own lives, there probably should be a way back. Cool. They're just a bit frosty. There are other throne candidates that have the aura or have the presence, but Emilia just connects with people and gives them back something to live for. Is that Wilhelm's sword? Is there anything behind those eyes? Unlike the previous episode, there was no kind of big, flashy stage show or sword fighting going on. Instead, stripping someone down to their bare nature, getting rid of all that bravado and confidence, and at the very middle of it, just a spoiled, crying child. But Emilia stepping in and giving all of the wives something else to live for, something to grasp on with their own hands, and a way to fight back. Sure, if they were willing just to... They didn't have anything So the only personal freedoms they had was whether or not they could die, whether it be at his hands or their own. I really don't want to know what kind of hell they've actually been going through if that was all they had. We know their families and whatnot were removed from them and any sort of personal freedoms. And how long is it going to be before anyone notices the change in their celestial body? The fact that lunar acquaintance now has a extra large crater. Not something they can do all too often, you know, but also just seeing Reinhardt jump his way back to Earth. That is one hell of a hit that Greed did to him, able to launch him up there in the first place. I think this episode goes back to a lot of what ReZero is kind of good at. You've got, sure, some interesting abilities and whatnot, which really helps out, but less of just the moment-to-moment sword fight and action, but also thinking about things and how they can be approached, and how to really deconstruct someone from the inside out. While also not holding back on some of the visuals. So if you want to see someone So if you would like to help this channel avoid being piled right into the ground and then submerged underwater, consider subscribing to the channel. Join onto my Discord for notifications when new shows come out, but most importantly, if there's anything you want to add or I've missed or just want to comment on how much of a bastard Cornelius is, let me know in the comments section. But for now, consider leaving a like on the video if you've reached this far, and I'll see you for the next one.